down. I don't think I'll feel it when I hit the ground. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day.
Hey, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is London Tay coming to you today with another video, girl. So today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I do these 6 slim, thick feed-in braids, okay? This time it is the color 1B. I know the video before this, it was color like 27 because she has some honey blonde in her hair, but this girl right here, she actually wants just 1B, a good little natural color, okay? So right here, I'm just pre-parting, guys. Pre-parting is very, very important, especially when it comes to a style like this. You do not have to pre-part. However, you will notice a big difference when you do pre-part because you have cleaner parts and then a lot of your braids are even, okay? As you guys can see at the beginning of the video, you've seen a little bit of the process and also you've seen the end result. That is how you get the pretty good end result with the clean parting and the even number of braids and the even width of the braids by pre-parting. Now, I know sometimes like right now when you're pre-parting, as you can see me pre-parting in here, it looks like the first braid is bigger than the second, but that's only because of the curve, okay? So when you pre-part, especially in a style like this, it may seem like the braids are a little lopsided, but that just goes with the territory of having a rounded head as a canvas, you know, like you're going to see some braids look bigger than the other, especially since they're going in different areas of the head. So don't worry, guys. If you just kind of follow the pattern that I'm doing, you'll see that, okay, all of these braids basically ends up being the same. Now, as you can see, her hair is very, very full and she has pretty long hair. So it was a lot to get all her hair into one braid. But I did it, guys. It happened. It's done. It was cute, okay? So right here, guys, all right. So I kind of use different products for different hair textures. It used to be, but now I use pretty much the same products for all my clients. I use the Style Factor when I do feed-in braids, like especially like big feed-in braids, and then I use Even Edge Control when I do pretty much anything else. So if I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 braids, I use the Style Factor. If I have more feed-in braids, I typically use the Even Edge Control. And the reason why I do this, guys, is because Style Factor is more expensive than Even, and it comes in a more smaller jar. So I like to just use that on styles where there's only a limited amount of braids, okay? So once I pre-parted, I got the product to basically clean up the parting for the product, okay? So once I do that, guys, I'm going to basically put that product on the back side of my braid and the front side of my braid, and also part it in the middle, and then I'm going to start stitch braiding her hair, okay? Yeah, guys, so I don't really know how to explain with the stitch braiding. What you guys can see is basically what I'm doing. I'm literally just parting with the comb, guys. I feel like you get way better results and way more control with the comb. And you're able to grip it better with the comb. So I highly recommend a comb. Also with the comb, guys, you're able to have your nails as long as you want whenever you do stitch braids. So guys, it just works out. Like, you know how back in the day you wasn't able to do braids with nails, guys, but nowadays you really, like, only type of braids I do is stitch braids, guys. So like the only type of feed-in braids I do is stitch feed-in braids. So since they're always stitched, that means I could always use a comb, meaning I can have my nails as long as I want them to be, which is very exciting, which is very which is very great, guys, because things are changing in the braiding world. Like back in the day, you couldn't even really get your nails long or anything. Now, girl, as you can see, when girls are braiding with nails, it's like super, super long, guys. So yeah, guys. So I'm literally, like I said, I'm just grabbing the comb and just braiding in. So I don't really add hair until I get to the back, so that way it can be like really full in the back. But since the hair is like really, really full, then I don't necessarily add braiding hair, because really, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, girl, you can just use her own hair, especially when their hair is this full. Now, I do start adding small pieces of hair a little bit throughout, so that way it's not like super, super jumbo pieces at the back. And also, I don't really like the skimpy braid look. But yeah, guys, you see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing. If you're a visual learner, and usually people that's watching YouTube are visual learners, you kind of get what I'm saying. I do add a little bit of hair throughout, but the hair that I do add is like small amounts of braiding hair throughout, because you don't need that much braiding hair whenever you have someone with a lot of hair. So yeah, guys, so I'm doing those big braids, and then I am doing the small braids in between. So that's just basically putting a little bit of product on it, guys, and parting a really, really small slither of hair. Okay, so you're not going to need to add any braiding hair for the small braids. Also, you don't need to stitch the small braids because the space is just too small. It really won't even show if you try to stitch braid, okay? So yes, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and do that little braid. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing that. So she did want her part on the right hand side as well. So I'm literally just curving everything from that point. I know you can't really see much on that right side, but I will turn the camera around so that way you can see how I am doing it on the right side, guys. I'm not going to put the products I'm using in the beginning like I used to. I'm just actually just going to link it down below, because I don't have footage of me showing really the products. I did show that I am using that purple style factor, but that's just about it, guys. So yeah, it is so early, y'all. I'm doing this voiceover. It's like 5 or 6 in the morning. I worked all day last night till like 12 a.m., guys, from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. So when I typically do clients, I only do clients a couple times a week. But guys, I work 12 to 14-hour shifts, okay? So I'm literally like getting clients back to back to back to back to back, okay? But to me, it's worth it because I don't have to work every day. And when I do work, I work it all day, you know? So, pros and cons, girl. But yes, guys, you can see I did that second braid, and then I'm going to sit here and do that small little braid in between. I think it gives a nice little look, a nice little design whenever you do it like that, okay? I basically talked the whole video, guys. Just go ahead and finish watching. At the bottom, I did add enough thickness to the braid so that way I didn't have to stitch the braids together to make them like look full. So yeah, guys, and I did these braids pretty long. But yeah, guys, the product and the hair that I use will be a link in the description box. It's my Amazon link, guys. I do get a small percentage of commission whenever you guys do order from my links. If you do not want to order from my links, guys, you can always just click on my link and get the name of the product or the hair that I'm using and just type it in your Amazon yourself. So you don't have to use my link. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Just go ahead and enjoy the rest of this video. It's a couple minutes left. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Love you guys so much. I will talk to y'all tomorrow in my next video. Love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, girl.
I've been on my way up, now it's really far down. I don't think I'll feel it when I hit the ground. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. You're the only sunset that I'll never forget. Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best yet. In October it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
It's a syndicate at night, blasting playback in the daytime. Goosebumps rise at 9 and settle back down at sunrise. Cut the cord at noon and say you'll be back soon. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. It's some booze-fueled teenage ground, running from pub to club like bloodhounds, from 10 till 6 a.m. and no one knows how to stop them. Hold the drinks I won and help the one who's gone. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Let's get girly, girly. Let's get girly, girly. I go touch alone with a hangover till 10 p.m. I'll say I'll never go again. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and It's a syndicate at night, blasting playpen in the daytime. Goosebumps rise at 9 and settle back down at sunrise. Cut the cord at noon and say you'll be back soon. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. It's some booze-fueled teenage ground, running from pub to club like bloodhounds, from 10 till 6 a.m. and no one knows how to stop them. Hold the drinks I want and help the one who's gone. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Tut-tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Let's get girly, girly. Let's get girly, girly. I go touch alone with a hangover till 10 p.m. I'll say I'll never go again. Tut-tut, no